I'm Tom Ryan, I'm Head of Humanities at Woodleigh School. I teach senior history here and humanities, and particularly I have a focus on Asian history and Chinese history. Well, this is my learning space, my classroom, and while the furniture is nothing flash, I've really tried to invest a lot of time and energy to make the space engaging, interesting, a degree of interaction so kids can ask questions about things and that you can visually illustrate for them really important, interesting parts of the course that you might refer to. Today I was in a class with Shana Carter, who was reviewing and summing up where her students have gone with Asian Studies class. And for me, I found it really interesting to see the ways in which the kids were able to reflect on what they'd learnt about different cultures. And I thought that they showed that they'd really enjoyed what they'd studied and come away with a deep understanding of the culture and history and civilisations that they'd been exposed to.
When I studied Sri Lanka, and it allowed me to explore what Sri Lanka's been through the last a few decades, particularly with the Civil War. Showed me how tough life can be and how, the discrimination that went on in the country and how close it is to Australia.
Before, I didn't know that there was the lower class and the upper classes in both India and China, and I thought the lower class, I didn't think they'd be fully accepted, but they were so rejected, no one wants them there, but that's how they help the city work and the country work.
What did you think how the people in the image would be feeling?
I reckon they were sort of happy that they were helping out Mazda and stuff like that.
They were. One person actually said at the time that when he looked back, that it was the greatest time he'd ever had.
Really?
Yeah. That he remembers it really, really fondly, even though afterwards there was many disasters, but that sense of what was going on, of coming together, of working collectively, they really liked. My work at Woodleigh, I hope, does foster different intercultural understandings, and critically a part of that is exposing kids to differences in perspective. So to find that there are different voices, there are different ways of looking at things. A phrase I really like is different ways of being. With the electives and other Asian studies things that we do, we see that kids do sort of respond really positively to opportunities where they encounter different cultures. So they are interested, they're curious, they're respectful, and they're wanting to interact.
And this image shows how China has power over the people, because got all the tanks lined up and there's the one guy there. And I did this in all the people's views, from the guy standing there, the people in the tanks and people watching.
Great, so you gave them almost thought bubbles of what they were thinking and their opinion on the situation. What was the person standing in front of the tanks? What was his opinion?
Man standing in front of the tank must have been feeling very angry for them killing all the people, and stood up to the tanks and must have been very brave, and the people in the tanks must have been shocked when he stood up to them and was not scared of them.
And one of the major issues with that particular scene was that it was their own people turning against them. Traditionally, the People's Liberation Army were meant to represent and help the people, and here they were gunning them down.
At Woodleigh, there's both curriculum opportunities, but there's also culturally we try and foster a sense of independent thinking, of critical mindedness. Our kids will ask questions readily of staff and of what they're doing. We've also got lots of opportunities for exchange, so a small number of students will travel to India. We've got a program supporting a language school in Cambodia, and kids will get to travel to there to see hands-on how things are unfolding. And also for the kids who might not go there, they speak to their peers about it. They're involved with work to sort of raise funds to assist with what's going on. At assemblies, the kids will present about what they've done here. We've got very open, interesting assemblies where kids share their experiences of what it's like. So at Woodleigh, we really do try and push a broad understanding of culture, and that our kids who are often from a limited range of cultures, quite Anglo for many of them, are exposed to and engaging with a very broad range of different cultural experiences.